Hello everyone, I'm back with another video for you today. I'm going to start this video off by saying, do not tell me that I need Iron Lad in this deck, okay? I'm aware. I don't have Iron Lad, unfortunately. I've even titled the deck Iron Lad Deck, because it really needs an Iron Lad. It's a Patriot deck. Patriot, I think, got a lot stronger with the buff to Absorbing Man. Putting him up to 5 power means you can now copy Brood and Mr. Sinister at 5 power. Absorbing Man therefore comes down at 15 power when you've got Brood on the board already. That is nutty for a 4 energy card. And it can then get buffed further with Patriot and Blue Marvel. I don't think there's ever been a card that's just that inherently strong. I guess you do have to synergize it with the Brood for it to be that good. But, you know, so that makes it a little inconsistent. But a 2-card combo of that power level is just really insane, I think, especially when the deck doesn't completely revolve around that card. I mean, of course, in this particular version, I've cut the 6 drops, because when you play that Brood into Absorbing Man, you want to then go Blue Marvel on 5 and play the Mystique Patriot at the end of the game. That means you don't have space for a Doctor Doom or an Ultron or something at the end. You could consider running 6 drop here. In the case that you miss, you know, the Brood Absorbing Man combo, then you can go for like the you know, the Patriot turn 3, the Mystique turn 4, finish with an Ultron. That could be a backup plan for you. I kind of wanted to go more with this sort of a version, particularly in Conquest, where you can take your retreats. You know, if you don't find the Brood Absorbing Man, nutty combo. Maybe have a Mr. Sinister backup with the Absorbing Man, go for the 10 power Absorbing Man. I mean, it's just so strong. 15 power and Patriot buffs and Blue... okay, very strong, very good. The other card to consider, of course, here is Iron Lad. I still don't have that in my collection. I'm very sad about it. I would consider cutting either Super-Skrull or Jeff in this particular deck, depending on which you feel you do not need. Probably Super-Skrull. That's quite a meta-dependent tech card. You know, if you're facing things like Thanos, lockdown decks, then the Super-Skrull can be interesting. Ongoings, Darkhawk, whatever it might be, even the Mirror Match. Otherwise, Super-Skrull not going to be so useful, in fact, going to be quite a dead card. You definitely want that Iron Lad in the deck, though. That's going to add a huge amount of power. Of course, you can then hit the Brood with the Iron Lad, but even, you know, more power than the Absorbing Man, which is just nutty. You can also just, you know, get the Absorbing Man with the Iron Lad. There's a lot of things that can go on there, and that can be really, really strong, and particularly when you're not running the 6 drops, although you might want to fit a Doom in the deck if you do play Iron Lad for the high roll opportunity. You don't necessarily want Ultron in the deck, I think, if you run Iron Lad, because that can brick up your whole board if you do, you know, hit Iron Lad onto Ultron. Anyway, that's the deck. I think it's a pretty damn solid one. I don't know exactly whether to rate this a 9 or an 8. Kind of questionable. It's a little inconsistent. I think it's very strong, though, and can beat a lot of things with that Shang-Chi, Super-Skrull tech, and of course Jeff allowing you to access any location. Invisible Woman gives you a bit of surprise factor and makes you less vulnerable to Enchantress. So yeah, tough to say what I'd give this. Probably an 8. Probably an 8, maybe a 9. On a good day, I'd give it a 9 probably. But with that being said, let's jump into some Silver Conquest and see if we can win. Okay, let's get into the game. So, we have some early game with Jeff. That's very nice. We might even play Killmonger as well, although no reason to pull the trigger on that just yet. Let's go with the Jeff here. So of course, the high roll for this deck is getting the Brood for the turn 3, and then the Absorbing Man for the turn 4. That's really, really powerful when you have that. You're going to want to snap most of the time in those situations. I can probably go ahead and play Killmonger here. Should imagine that'll be fine. And then we can go Blue Marvel Wasp to take the White Hot Room if we even want to take that. I'm not sure it'll be that useful. Looks like the opponent's on some kind of a Sauron deck, which is pretty interesting. Let's go with the Blue Marvel Wasp. Take that energy. That'll allow us to burst out a huge amount of power at the end. Should be quite good. I'm a little skeptical of snapping just because there is an armor on the board, and Shuri is something that can really, you know, output a lot of strength. I'm a little cautious about that. Okay, the opponent's gonna snap. think I probably want to use Mystique for my Blue Marvel. I think I'm probably okay, though, to stay in this one. It's a little dangerous. I've got a lot of energy, though. So I'm feeling like I'm going to be able to sort of utilize that energy quite nicely. I think I'll go Super-Skrull as well, just to get it out of my hand. Will I? You know, we might honestly take a retreat here as well, but I think because we're going to lack priority, we can go for the snipe on their unit here. Let's stay in. I think we might be okay. We'll see. We've got the Shang. It's going to be interesting here. We've got Shang Absorbing Man, right? So we can actually pull off some really nasty moves here. I think I'm going to go here with Jeff, Shang-Chi, Absorbing Man, and then is Skrull more value or is Patriot more value? Well, they're both probably good enough to win. I'm going to have 10 power here. I'm a little bit afraid of the 0 cost cards coming in here. So I think I will play Skrull to get a bit of extra power in the right. That looks good to me. I could snap. The opponent will probably stay in. But I'm going to let it ride, I think. I'm not going to go too crazy. Taskmaster is coming in. Ebony Maw. We didn't even need the Absorbing Man here to take that win. I probably could have got away with a snap, to be honest. I think it would have been a good snap spot. But I don't want to scare him away instantly. I suppose there was always the chance that maybe they could play around Shang and beat me. Potentially. You know, maybe with an Ebony Maw and something else in the middle. I don't know if that would have been enough, but it's okay. We'll just keep it sort of pretty chill. The armor's gone and they've snapped on me, so I think I'm going to stay in. If we draw into Shang, we're in a very good spot, I think, because we'll be able to play for priority. And we have Brood Absorbing Man, which is pretty solid. You know, if we even if we don't have Shang-Chi, it's going to be pretty good. But we'll see what happens. The Absorbing Man with Shang that game had the potential to be just quite crippling. Rogue, I do not want to use on this Ebony Maw. No, thank you. Would we rather give them Absorbing Man or Brood? I could even play Brood over here and just ignore this location, but it seems like a bit of a freebie. Not sure why they've gone with the snap, to be honest. Maybe they have a way of getting strength in here with a vision or something like that. I think I'll go Brood. Again, I could be maybe snapping, although I don't think it's super advisable. Oh, they actually had a Silver Surfer, so if I'd given them Brood and they'd not played that, then it could have been a little bit troublesome. But let's go with Absorbing Man mid then. Get that huge 5 power Broods onto the board. Okay, it's a little annoying that the Shuri comes here. Not very happy to see that. So I'm going to need Shang to win this, that's for sure. Or, you know, I guess if the opponent doesn't have Taskmaster, we might be in with a chance. I'll go Blue Marvel here. Of course, gives us our Mystique target if we are missing, you know, Patriots. And I don't know that we'll want to go Patriot here. Okay, they have Vision, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? I think we always just retreat here. If they've got Taskmaster, it's very difficult for me to win. I imagine they would move across, play a Taskmaster left. Taskmaster would be 16. Can I get 16 power? Not very easily, to be honest. I suppose I could play Mystique and the Wasp. This would give me an extra 3 + 2, 5 here, but we're not beating 16 in any universe. Could also go Mystique over here and this. So that would represent +4 and a further +6. So we could technically beat the Vision if it moves. Or, you know, just a Taskmaster. Honestly, this might be enough to win. I'm kind of tempted to stay in. There's some universes where we do take it with this line of play. I'm actually going to stay in. I don't know if it's correct. It looks like we actually do win if that is a Taskmaster. And I've done my maths correctly, which I certainly hope I have. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Winning by 1 point. So taking the Shuri deck down without a Shang-Chi there as well. Not too shabby at all. I definitely think I could have snapped in the first game, but... and to be honest, I maybe could have thrown a snap out here, although if they had Red Skull, I don't think I was making the points to beat them, necessarily. Again, we could snap here. I'm sort of tempted not to. At least until I see maybe a Shang. Or something of the sort. Start with Jeff here, I suppose. Oh, no armor, so we're already feeling quite good about this situation. I think I'll probably... yeah, I think I will go with the snap, honestly. Guess I can play Invisible Women in the Quantum Realm. It's not amazing. I could play it in Vormir, alternatively, but... let's go with the snap. I'm feeling relatively comfortable. No armor means that Shang is enabled. And it may also mean no Ebony Maw. No Sauron, hopefully. I mean, that's not what it means, but you know what I'm saying, I think. Okay, so... no Sauron turn 3. We're in pretty good shape in that case. I think I do want to go into Vormir. Maybe I just play Absorbing Man here for value. It's not amazing. It's really not. I could also Jeff across. I think I'm going to do this, though. Get the Absorbing Man in there. Can go for Mystique in the Quantum Realm, potentially. Maybe with Blue Marvel. It's kind of a little difficult for the opponent to navigate, potentially. But yeah, Absorbing Man here, not great. I mean, at least it's 5 points. As opposed to being 3 pre-buff. That would be, you know, not too great. Looks like they also missed Shuri, so I think we're just most likely taking them out here. Oh, they have the armor, okay. Armor 0, so they're going to go Red Skull next, I would imagine. Shang ain't going to be doing too much here, unfortunately. I think we do go Blue Marvel here. It's going to be difficult to make the power. But perhaps we could play it for priority and go for a Shang at the end. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Maybe we don't even play Mystique. This is a tricky spot. I think we are actually losing, most likely. If they have the Taskmaster. It's still quite powerful. I can go with the Mystique. And Brood, for example. That could be quite a nice play. I just don't know that that's enough. That would be 12 power. It's not enough to win the mid, unfortunately. They're going to have 14, potentially. So we need 14. This is also not 14. Maybe a play like this is correct. But then again, they could Taskmaster the other location. Tricky. And if they Taskmaster here, then I kind of need as much power as possible, right? I'll get the 2 plus 2. So that's 4 plus a further 6, 10, minus 4, 14. It ties. But they get the value from... I don't think this play wins, so I think I should actually go with like a play like this. I think this is my best shot of winning. It's a little unusual. They are going to go Taskmaster left. I think Taskmaster right was a better play for them. I think that would have given them a higher probability of winning. But, you know, fair enough. You know, I could have maybe gone with the Brood left. tied it up also. Figure it's just better for them to play it here because they get the 2-point buff from Quantum Realm, but maybe they forgot about that. And maybe they didn't like the look of the lizard losing its buff, but okay. Go into another game here. Triskelion, not great, but we do have a Korg, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. And they're going to snap me, so I'll happily stay in here. We can do Jeff, we can actually do Hulkbuster on Jeff as well, which is quite cool. I don't think Triskelion's good for them, particularly if they, I guess they got Black Cat, so they're not too bricked up here. Okay, we'll go with Jeff over here. Rickety Bridge, they might use armor on that. I would imagine. Actually going to play Ebony Moore there. Okay. Well, I've got Killmonger. Though I'm not sure I'm going to play it. It would take away my Korg. I'm just going to go Hulkbuster. I think it's quite powerful here. On the Jeff, allowing me to move that 8 power around flexibly. Keep our options kind of open. I could even go Absorbing Man onto the Hulkbuster. Just kind of a spicy play. Not sure if we want to do that, but keep the options open. It's always a good idea. Sauron coming on 3, okay. Well, I've got Shang-Chi, and there doesn't seem to be an armor, so we should be in a pretty good position to win this. I could just play a card in the middle to get rid of Ebony Moore. That probably is my play here. What's it going to be? I guess Super-Skrull. I don't really want to copy their ongoings. It's not really going to be of much use, so I'll just probably jettison that card, get rid of it, and get rid of the Ebony Moore middle. Sentry going to be played, okay. This is presumably from Triskelion. It's actually not. This is not from the Triskelion. Oh, okay. I wonder if they have Viper then. I guess the idea is to Viper the Void away? I don't know. I'm gonna put the Brood here, I think. And then I suppose I can play Invisible Woman on the left, go for the Shang at the end. Although the Rickety Bridge is a bit of a pain. I suppose I can always move Jeff across if I need to. That should be okay. Okay, Vision coming in. I do just go with Shang. You know, it's going to kill any big unit that they have. It's going to get me a big amount of strength here. And yeah, I think the opponent knows that they're done for. Okay, we'll play another game. Last one was pretty short, so get a bit more action with the deck. Can show that it's not just, you know, not just the Shang. We've got a little bit more in the way of surprises. Okay, Fisk Tower. I think I'll play Invisible Woman there. We can potentially put Mystique behind her and end the game with a Patriot or something in order to get the Mystique buff working with her. With, you know, whatever we have, with whatever we have. We have Brood here. Now, Brood might just be the play. You know, we do want to get that out. We could then maybe play Super-Skrull, although I'm not sure that we'll be getting much in the way. We could also Mystique. No, we can't Mystique the Brood. What am I saying? That would be pretty good. She's no Absorbing Man. Unfortunately. I kind of want to do the Mystique here, although I guess it's not a very strong play if we don't find whatever, the Blue Marvel. I think Brood is the safe line here. So I will go for that. Lady Sif discarding Shang-Chi. Interesting. Not really what you expect. Part of me wants to play Jeff here, part of me wants to play Super-Skrull. I don't know if the Skrull will really do anything though. Part of me even wants to play Shang and just, you know, if the Collector gets out of hand here, then maybe the Shang is good, to be honest. They might end up playing a Hela or something. Or maybe this collector will just grow pretty big. And we could Shang it in the end. Now we could Absorbing Man, the Brood. It's not very viable right now, is it? There's not a lot of space. We would be able to do it here on the lab. That would be a nice play. But unfortunately, we don't really have an option here. I could go with the Super-Skrull in the hope that it does something. Kind of lacking power at the moment. It might just be a retreat angle. Would love to have a Patriot or something here to fit with the Jeff. I could just play Absorbing Man. It's kind of a shame I can't go for double Shang-Chi. I guess Super-Skrull is the play, and we just sort of have to hope that we get a nice hit with it right here. But of course we haven't snapped yet, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, they've got a dinosaur, so maybe we can turn that into a, Mystique kind of a play here. Pretty interesting. So I guess we want a Mystique here. I don't really have enough in the mid right now. And we're not going to have many cards, so even though they do have the dino, it's a bit of a problem. I'm not sure the collector's growing much either, which is not great news for me. Suppose we might want to go with this. To be honest, I think we're losing. The Monster Metropolis is just a bit too much. I think I go with the retreat here, just to hold cubes, just to not give any away. The Skrull, though, can be very good. This is in their main deck, so we know that Skrull is going to be an option. Pretty viable unit to play. Of course, we won't have as many cards. Pretty interesting they have Lady Sif. I wonder if they're playing Helicarrier as well? Probably that's working with Helicarrier and Collector and stuff. We'll just get into the next battle we've, we're scoping them out a little bit. They can probably sort of figure out that we're Patriot, particularly after we play Mr. Sinister here. That's going to give the game away. Space Throne isn't terrible for me. I'll go Mr. Sinister in the right. We've got Zabu. So we can steal that with Skrull as well. Skrull in this matchup going to be really a bit of a powerhouse, I think. I don't think Killmonger will do too much, so I'm pretty interested in playing that here. That being said, it's also not that much power. I guess I will drop it. They're going to snap. I'm going to stay in, I think. I've got the Skrull, I've got Mystique with it. And then I can reduce the Shang-Chi cost. So we have the potential to do some nice things here, particularly if they go for Darkhawks. Discarding Helicarrier, okay, sort of expected. No Collector on board, so that's not that scary. Ooh, and we actually managed to win this location. That's really huge. I think I would snap back here, most likely. Although this Space Throne we might lose. I guess we can always sneak Jeff into one of them as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, I think Super-Skrull now. I'm going to go with the snap. We can go Mystique, Jeff next turn. And then we'll be able to finish up with a Shang-Chi or something. This should be really good for me. I think they're going to have to, take the retreat, tail between their legs. Now, to be fair, Dino is not a card that my, deck synergizes that well with, so if we do take that with Skrull, it's not that good. But we'll see what can be done. Okay, they're playing in the Academy as well. Ghost Rider, makes sense. It's pretty strong. We've got the Shang-Chi though, and potentially they might be, moving on into a less than ideal spot with the Space Throne. We'll see. I could just go with the Shang now, to be honest. I think that might be the play. Particularly if we draw Absorbing Man. I can play Jeff here, and then I can maybe go Shang here. I think it's a good play. I think it is a good play. Just to make sure that the Helicarrier can't move middle. Maybe the Ghost Rider will move mid, so they probably have to Dino now. They probably do have to dino now, to be fair. Probably do have to dino now. Interesting. Maybe I'll just go Blue Marvel and then I finish with Mystique Shang or something, or whatever makes sense. I think I'll do Blue Marvel. Because I think they have to play the dino now. Which means, you know, we don't really want to commit Shang. I'd rather have Shang for the end here to clean up that helicarrier. Whatnot. They also sort of have to be a little afraid in the middle here, to be fair. I could just decide, you know what? You know, I think we still play in the left. Is it Absorbing Man? I think it might just be Shang Absorbing Man. Could go Mystique, but it's sort of less power overall, so we can do this kind of a play. It gives us quite a bit of strength. We're going to get +3 on 9, so 12 plus the 10. I think it should be enough to win, in all honesty. I'm not getting much value from Absorbing Man, but that's okay. I could have probably done hold and play Jeff mid. I don't know exactly how that would have ended up. Oh, they have Skrull as well. That's scary. I think we beat that. It was a little bit scary. I guess it doesn't count my Skrull. Like, there's not an infinite loop. If there was an infinite loop with the Skrull, then I don't know how that would work. I guess we'd both... you know, I'd win the mid, he'd win the left, so I guess we'd win even in that, if it worked like that. But there we go. Nice little victory. We're not really using Patriot, honestly. I have not drawn him a whole lot in these games, which is unusual. This location's great for me. I'm going to snap. The Skrull's not doing that much, to be fair, even against the ongoing dino, but it's more for Thanos, I guess, although you've got Killmonger for the stone. I don't know. Skrull might just be wrong and you should just play Iron Lad, I think. In all honesty, I guess it's good in the mirror. It's good if they have, you know, whatever. There's some ongoing deck. But Dinosaur, we don't get too much from it, fortunately. We do get the Zabu, I guess. That can be useful. It was useful last game. In fairness, I'm you know, maybe being a bit harsh on the Skrull. Probably want an Invisible Woman. Either that or Killmonger. I could just Killmonger for value. Muir Island. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't, you know, the opponent knows what's going on at this point, so... Mirage is Invisible Woman gone? Okay. That's a little bit spooky. I guess I'm going to play Skrull. I won't play it in Muir Island. I want to keep Shang open in case it ends up being something good that we want to do. Just use the Skrull again, and then, you know, hopefully something similar. It's a little bit scary with the Wakanda. That's something I can't really navigate all too well, to be honest. I can do double Shang here, though, so I think I'm going to go, yeah, just Blue Marvel. And then Shang. Although if we have priority... Shang might not actually be that good, so not great. Maybe I should have played Blue Marvel elsewhere and tried to give up priority. I don't think it was ever possible, though. Unfortunately. Well, we might be losing this game. We might indeed be losing this game. I guess we just play Mystique? Absorbing Man? Something like this? Pretty good value. You know, we get another +3 on the left. I don't know that they'll have enough to win the left with the +3. From what I've seen, I guess they could have... I guess they could actually have Ghost Rider, to be fair. So, I'm going to play like this. It's a little scary. I guess Ghost Rider will lose now on the left. Ghost Rider mid, I guess, will beat me. But I'm not sure I can do much about that. I think this is my best line. Just make sure I got that right. Okay. Again, no Patriot, but to be honest, that's kind of fine, I think, because, you know, they've got Ghost Rider. Well, we beat that by 1. Thankfully, they didn't play Sentinel mid. That would have been crippling. Opponent probably could have won that game. But yeah, again, no Patriot. We've not done a single Patriot Mystique, but to be fair, the deck manages to find a way with the Shang, with the Blue Marvel. So, you know, you've got that backup plan. Very nice. A short one there, guys. That is Patriot. I don't have Iron Lad. So, it's a little bit sad. I got a gold ticket. Look at me go. I think this deck's quite decent. It's a little inconsistent. You know, you really want to hit the Brood Absorbing Man. Mr. Sinister Absorbing Man combo is not quite so strong. Yeah, I think Patriot's pretty good. I think it's pretty good without the 6 drops. And I think Iron Lad would make it even better. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe as always for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.